Let's feed you water. Yo, what up? It's M Moses. Gang, hold up. And this video is about Happy Mother's Day to all the active mothers out there, all the women who do their jobs, all the ladies who do their jobs. As a mother, man, as a wife, as a mother, as a girlfriend, as a I don't even like to use the term baby mama, but as a baby mama and all of that, man. So today I was watching Judge Mathis because I'm old, man. I'm 33. I grew up on Judge Mathis, man. 90s baby gang. So this woman was tripping, and this nigga was tripping for messing with this woman. She was taking this dude to court. It was a white couple. She was taking this man to court for child support and daycare expenses. He didn't want to pay for the best reason, the second best reason that you could not want to pay for a baby. This 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 chick was denying a DNA test. He didn't say he didn't want to take care of his child. He just said he doesn't want to take care of his child without knowing for certain on paper that this is his child. Now, this dumb dude actually signed the birth certificate. Hold on, let me check something real quick. Signed the birth certificate without even knowing whether or not this child was his, you know? And the stupid thing about the. Man, hold on. Let me see something. Oh, what up? And the crazy thing about this is he signed the birth certificate. She was asking him for money before they even had the baby, which is understandable. But she was asking him for money for things like medical care, which I don't know why she didn't have any kind of insurance or anything like that. She was asking him to buy all kind of stuff, which is normal stuff if you know for sure if that's your baby or not. But he was already doing all of his fatherly duties, and then when the baby was born, she denied him a DNA test, which is really weird, bro. She said she denied the DNA test because she felt in her heart, she felt that was compromising her integrity, or he was questioning her integrity. So to so instead of proving to this man that he was actually the father, she said, "No, you can't get a DNA test. I'm insulted. What are you calling me, a slut? What are you calling me, a whore? Would you think I cheated on you?" Instead of just saying, "You know what, that's cool. We could get a DNA test." Like, I wanted DNA for both of my children, but when they were born, I was like, you know what I'm saying? I don't really need one because visually I could see. Now, of course, I'm not the only black man on the planet, and I'm not the only black man that looks like this. Okay, there are probably not like a whole bunch, but more than one of people who look like me. But at the end of the day, I could feel the energy of the baby. I've had dreams about my babies, and I have a birthmark on my right thigh, and one of my sons has it on his right thigh, and the other one has something similar on his, like, closer to his ankle in the same shape. So as far as a DNA test, I mean, it would be wise for me to have gotten one, but I didn't feel the need at that point. But at the end of the day, we gotta look at this like, bro, as a man, you could sign a birth certificate and get denied rights to get DNA of your own child, or supposedly your own child, and be forced to pay for it. We got to advocate for men's rights in this country, bro. And the thing about this is, it's only getting worse. It's only going to get worse. The fact that you could pay child support for children that are not yours, children that have nothing to do with your lineage, is wild to me, bro. That's why, especially when they're denying the DNA. The one thing that's supposed to be within your right, which is access to knowing whether or not this is your child, is denied. because the emotion, because the temporary emotions or the motive or the trickery and deception of this creature, of this deceptive, disgusting, devilish creature that's trying to make you pay because she wants to protect her own emotions and protect her feelings. And the other father, the real dad, might not be worth anything at all, and she might get $57 a week from this dude because he doesn't have a job or he works at a gas station. Shout out to all the gas station workers. I'm just using y'all for an example. You know, you can make bank working at the gas station, but typically when people work at gas station, they don't make that much money. But he might work at the gas station, at the skating rink, or a bowling alley or something, or it might be homeless. So she's just being just, bro. You don't want to be on welfare. You don't want to get food stamps. Swallow your pride, bro. You made fun of poor people your whole life just to turn around and do some nigga shit, which is always funny to me, bro. And I'm not saying that being on welfare and food stamps is nigga shit. It is, but I really meant to say you don't want to align yourself with people who you see as lower than you when you have the same activities going on in your life. When people say, like this one girl when I was in high school, when I was like, oh, you listen to rap? Who's your favorite rapper? And she said, I mean, it's not her fault. We were children. She said, my parents don't allow me to listen to rap. And I said, why? And she said, because we don't listen to negative music in our house. And I said, you don't think there's any positive rap? You don't think there's any rap that is not talking about negativity? You know what I'm saying? So this woman turned around and did some nigga shit, cheated on or had two, three different men's nuts inside her body, doesn't know who the baby's father is, or is lying about who the baby's father is, just like the same people that you look down on, and made the wrong person sign the birth certificate, and you're taking his money like a criminal, because that's a crime. That's theft by deception. But at the end of the day, if that doesn't happen, then your dumb ass is gonna be on welfare and food stamps and living off the government like a nigga, doing shit like a nigga. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna make a video about this, but of course, I'm glad that the red pill has reached the masses and that men are standing up. Because if it not be for the red pill, if it not be for men saying no, you're not going to do this to me anymore. No, I'm not going to pay you to see if you're going to have sex with me, if you like me or not. No, I'm not taking you on this expensive ass date. You can die alone. You got to show me that you like me first, or you got to give me some of that box before I actually invest in you, instead of you tricking me and stringing me along like you do the rest of these dudes, like you've been doing since you were in high school. No, I'm not doing this unless I get you to give me consent on camera. No, you can't know you can't use my last name until I get a DNA test, because the law is not gonna support us, bro. The law is not gonna support us, because if you think about it, everybody else is too busy doing what they gotta do. People just wish for laws to change, and at the end of the day, it's gonna take women to make these laws change in a significant way, because the same people that are causing these problems need to have adversarial energy against them coming from their own kind. Because when you want to fight white people and you want to change the law, you need white people. You either need white people helping you change the law on your side, or you need a whole bunch of non white people tearing some shit up. So as far as getting men's rights and getting acknowledged as an equal citizen, which if you want to say, oh, but men build everything, the law is usually not in men's favor for anything. When it comes to criminal things, when it comes to civil things, when it comes to the most important thing in the world is childbirth, dude. And the person who's supposed to have the most responsibility in a child's life has the least amount of rights. What kind of sense does that make? Why would that make me want to keep dealing with females? Why would that make any man that has any value want to deal with women when the law is on against us at all angles? The law is very gynocentric, and if you don't know what gynocentric is, It means it's for the women. If men and women know we don't commit crimes at the same rate, but 9 times out of 10, if you commit a crime with a woman, they're gonna say you coerced her into doing it, you pressured her, you manipulated her. Even with something like pimping and hoeing, bro. If a woman goes on the stand and says, I was selling my body for him on my own accord. I wanted to do it. I actually asked him to teach me how to sell my body better and more effectively and to keep me out of danger. On paper, they're going to still call that woman the victim, even though she admitted out her mouth that this man wasn't even thinking about being a pimp. I asked him to be my protector. I asked him to teach me how to sell my body better. They're still gonna call her a victim because these laws are meant to harm you as a man. Black, white, Asian, whatever you are, Hispanic, Latino, whatever you are, the law's not on your side, bro. The fact that the government, the fact that the government cares about their money so much more than yours as an individual, the fact that they could say, nah, we know it's not your child. You know what I mean? We know it's not your child. We're gonna make you pay for it, and we're gonna deny you rights of the same person you're paying for his DNA to give you clarity on whether you're not the child's father or not. What kind of weirdness is that? So you want me to pay for this child? There's things that could be done for me to not be able to see the child, and I can't even know if it's mine or not. And this motherfucker has my last name. So if they go in the world and do anything, if this person grows up to be a a serial deleter, if this person grows up to do some egregious, horrible things in the world, they're gonna have my last name attached to it, and I have a unique last name. So if I got a female pregnant and I say, "Hey, man, I don't know if it's mine or not," I wouldn't have signed the birth certificate anyway. I know I signed the birth certificate. You're not giving me a DNA test. Can you please not use? I can't. You can't really stop anybody from using your last name. That's one thing. But to be tied legally to this child, and they go in the world and they do some weird stuff, and now every time you Google me, this motherfucker pops up. Like that's not cool, bro. That's not cool at all. That's not cool at all. So the red pill, which like I said, I'm gonna make a video about it. I'm gonna compare. I'm not gonna give it away until I actually do it. But the red pill is needed. The red pill actions, and I'm not agreeing with these goofies. I'm not agreeing with the. I never actually watched Andrew Tate before, but I heard he's a goofy. For all the fresh and fits and all the people like that, that's super aggressive. Of the what's the nigga's name? The saint in the center, the silly, weird looking frog dude, the little virgin dude, the Canadian, bro. I'm not saying anything against Canadians, but bro, you're not even. Whatever. I don't even want to give him any energy, but you got all these people who come off like assholes and come off retarded and very socially awkward. But at the end of the day, that's not what the red pill is about. And we have to understand that if the government is not going to change the laws, we need to change our culture. So we don't need the laws to change. So we already are the law. At the end of the day, we already are. But the culture and the technology is in our hands, bros. If they're not gonna change the law, let's just turn up on these people, bro. Cause that's disgusting, bro. The foundation of this country, which is the men who built this, are being victimized by the same laws that we built to protect everybody. So that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm gonna change it. The title was just to catch people's attention. But like I said, I do want to say I do want to give a shout out to all the mothers out there that's doing their jobs, not the bitches who just had babies, not y'all. I'm talking about the mothers. I'm talking about the nurturers. I'm talking about those who successfully and earnestly try to guide, guard, and protect their children. Whether you're a stay at home mom or whether you have 3 jobs and you don't get to see your children that much because whatever the circumstance may be, whether you're rich, poor, skinny, fat, thick, especially the thick. Shout out to all the thick mothers. um, Everybody, man, everybody. But yes, this was not to start or perpetuate any race wars or anything like that. I'm not race war, gender wars or anything like that. This wasn't to harm anybody. This wasn't to put anybody in danger. This wasn't to inspire anybody to take any acts against anybody that they wouldn't want done to themselves, but to bring awareness and to show positivity and to advocate for the men and advocate for the fathers too, man. Advocate for the fathers and those who want to be fathers because this type of thing, I mean, as a man, yes, you should be terrified to have a baby right now. Not only because of the state of the world, not only because we had a taste of what these made up viruses and made up diseases could do to our society and do to the economy, but because these laws are not making it easier. Because you could be denied a DNA test, but they could take your money because this woman could just make up anything and just say, nope, you can't swab my baby. That wouldn't happen with me. That certainly wouldn't happen with me. I would have made sure that it was a DNA test conducted for sure. Like, bro, how are you paying for this baby? You're obviously not seeing the baby. You obviously are not having any. If you put the baby in my arms for 2 seconds, I'm gonna be able to get some saliva, bro. I'm gonna be able to get some hair or some saliva or something to prove. You're not gonna deny me a DNA test. I understand you don't want to have to pay for it. I don't know how DNA test might be like 700, 1700. I mean, something like that. Bro, there's ways around everything. There's ways around everything. Like, leave me with the baby for 2 minutes. I'm getting some DNA. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, protect yourselves. Make sure you know who you're dealing with. I don't know, cause this chick, she's not pretty. She's not thick. She's not exceptional. She probably has a decent job. She's skinny. But for you to say you don't want a DNA test, like, be real. You were hopping dick to dick. You were doing something you weren't supposed to be doing, and you don't know who the dad is. You were on some trailer park shit. You were on some Laquita project shit, bro. You were on some shit. You were on some bullshit, and you don't know who the father is. You were on some bullshit. You don't know who the father is, and you want to act like you have all this integrity. If you had so much integrity, if you value your integrity so much, wouldn't you want somebody to know if it's their child or not instead of being deceptive? You see what I'm saying? But yes, this is a very serious topic. I know I'm usually funny and laughing, but there's no laughing, joking matter because if it was me, I would have been in and out of jail for various reasons. I'll just put it like that. But yeah, it is what it is. It's not what it's not, man. It's Aaron Moses. Peace.